Welcome to Coach's Roundtable. I'm Ed Codi. To my right, the Swami. George Abraham. To my left, the Tiger, Albert Campman. Guys, here we are. We're into the PIAA finals in all the sports. Let's start with high school football. District 9 2A title game. Karns City 42, Central Clarion 14. The Gremlins rushed for 242 yards, led by Owen Higginbotham, 9 carries for 88 yards. Next up for Karns City, 9-2. PIAA first round versus District 10 champ Farrell. Albert, how about the Steelers?
Karns City have to play their best game they played by far all year.
A lot of speed.
Yeah, because Farrell has a complete package of players plus a Division I running back that they haven't seen. Karns City.
And Farrell's undefeated on the year?
No. They lost. No, they lost to I lost the game.
Okay. Let's go to 1A quarterfinals. Union AC Valley 42, Cameron County 12. The Falcon Knights rushed for 482 yards, led by Logan Scribner's 190. However, in the semi-valleys, they lost to one of the teams every year. We talk about them in the state playoffs, Red Bank Valley. Mm-hmm. They lost 35-21 to Red Bank Valley to finish a great season at 10-2. Freshman quarterback Andrew Kiefer threw for 135 yards and 2 touchdowns.
3 years.
Red Bank Valley's always
George said it best.
Freshman, you're good for 3 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get someone to catch it.
Let's go to WPIAL football, 6A semis. North Allegheny 35, Norwin 17. Running back Luke Rohan 181 yards. Wide receiver Cameron Kushner 3 catches for 119. Quarterback Brady Brinkley threw for 200 yards. And the finals now will be North Allegheny 8-3 versus Central Catholic 10-1. It's the 4th straight title game for NA. 3rd straight year they met Central Catholic.
I can save you some time.
Yeah. So it's every year.
It's every year.
No, it is every year.
And until they go to that 4A format that we discussed a couple of weeks ago, but don't hold your breath on that one either.
Well, the problem in my mind, I can't get it, excuse me, out of my mind. NA's in the finals and lost 67-0.
They lost their last 2 games.
That's what I'm saying. I don't grasp that.
Let's go to quarterfinals in 5A. Pine Ridge and 42, Shaler 10. Running back Khalil Taylor had 4 TDs. And their star defensive back, running back Jay Timmons, he's committed to Ohio State. What's that tell you? Next up, semis, they'll take on Moon 8-3. And the other side, Peters Township 11-0 versus Upper St. Clair 10-2.
Yeah, I like Peters and definitely like Pine Ridge. They're class.
I know a priest that works with the Peters kids. A lot of them come to his youth group and stuff. And I said to him, well, what happened? I said, they got to the state final in one of those Philly. I said, didn't you bless that game? He said, I ran out of blessing.
Yeah. Hey, 4A semis meeting for the second time this year. Aliquippa turned the tables on Newcastle, beating them 14-0. The Canes finished an outstanding year, 9-3. One of those wins was over Aliquippa. So the championship game now will be Aliquippa 8-3 versus McKeesport 9-3. The Tigers stomped Thomas Jefferson 28-3, led by running back Keeman Spell, who rushed for over 300 yards. He decommitted from Penn State after Franklin was fired.
Best running back in the state. That's all you got to know.
He's a junior.
He's a junior.
And when you hear Penn State, just like the kid at Pine, when you hear Ohio State, these are different guys. There's no one around here.
I was at the Elko Newcastle game.
Wait.
Tremendous defensively, great hitting, two powerful, quick teams.
Was the game at Newcastle?
It was at Elwood.
Elwood.
Oh, was that Elwood City? Okay.
So I went over and watched it. Elko will not be able to meet McKeesport if they play offense like they did that game.
Yeah. So Spell is. I heard he made a trip to Ohio State.
Oh,
he can go anywhere he wants.
He wouldn't know. He talks in the country.
Yeah, he can go anywhere in the country.
That's what they're saying. I mean, they throw that around a lot.
When you know that Ohio State's in, Michigan's in,
that's all
he committed from Penn State. That's all you have to know.
Yeah, exactly.
3A quarterfinals, number 1 Avonworth 56, Freeport 7. This is how good Avonworth is. Freeport finishes a nice year, 8-4. Freeport quarterback Drew Ross threw for 146 yards, and running back Dawson Gallett had 84 yards rushing. But Avonworth's in a league of their own.
Line of scrimmage. And when you dominate like they do in line of scrimmage, I've watched them twice. There's nobody close to them. Monte Christian can. They're one team that can do it, but other than that, no.
Now 3A, how would they stack like a Sharon or a Hickory? Just too strong.
Avonworth's just as good as them or better, maybe.
Avonworth's powerful.
No.
Yeah. North Catholic in the other bracket, North Catholic 55, Elizabeth Forward 32, running back Logan Shade, 183 yards, 3 touchdowns. Quarterback Joey Felitsky threw for 258 and 4 touchdowns. He's been the WPIAL's leading passer the last 2 years and has thrown for 37 touchdowns this season. How about this? 10 in the last 2 games.
They are so good offensively and so weak defensively.
That's
that
just
bothers
the
me so
nature of it.
bad. I mean, that you can't win it all. I don't believe you can win it all when you give up 32 points in a game.
Well, they're going to go against Avonworth. Avonworth spanked them earlier in the season. They have an outstanding receiver in Ryan Kennedy,
Avonworth
too.
about 7 years ago. Remember, they come up to Grove City. They opened the season, and they whooped them. And from that point on, they have been perennially a powerhouse.
You know, it's interesting also, in all sports. Just not football.
Yeah, it's everything.
You know, baseball, they dominate.
Well, they had Hermie's son in basketball, right?
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
I was going to mention Riker Kennedy, another weapon for North Catholic. He caught 3 passes for 100 yards.
Ooh.
In the other game, it's Imani 11-0 versus Central Valley 7-4.
I'll be in Central Valley tonight, and I'll talk to them. I know everything about it, but they'll be a major underdog against Imani.
2A quarterfinals, it was Still Valley 42, Elwood City 6. The Wolverines finished 7-5. A decent season.
No, they'll take that for sure.
Let's go to boys soccer, PIAA quarterfinals. Seneca Valley 1, Warwick 0. Owen Eastgate with the winning goal. The WPL runner-up moved on to the semifinals where they lost to Abington 4-1 and finished a great season 19-4. And in girls soccer, PIAA 4A quarterfinals, Central Bucks East 3, Seneca Valley 1, North Allegheny 2, Downingtown West 1 in overtime on a winning goal by Rosalia Verlada. She also had the winning goal for them to win the WPL championship. In the semis, however, Central Bucks East came on to beat North Allegheny 1-0. PIAA 2A quarterfinals, soccer, Freeport 1, Lancaster Catholic 0. Winning goal by Cameron Woods. Key saves by goalie Alyssa Elkhorn. Freeport had 20 straight wins. They were next up in the semis against Burrell, a team they had beaten 3 straight times. You know what happened?
Yep, it happened, huh?
Burrell beat them 2-1.
You know, those, not that you can't get upset in any sport,
Yeah.
but those sports where the scoring is lower,
Yes.
you're much more susceptible.
And you're playing a team for the 4th time.
Exactly, yeah. No secrets.
All right, girls volleyball, PIAA 4A quarterfinals. I have Pine Richland 3, Garnet Valley 0. Pine Richland, the WPL runner-up team. Next up for Pine Richland, 16-6. They took on Unionville 21-1 and stunned them with a 3-1 victory. So they move on into the state title game against Spring Ford. District 9 soccer, both Karns City boys and girls won district titles. For Karns City boys, it was their 9th. For the girls, their 5th straight. There's another school you mentioned, Avonworth. Karns City's good in everything.
Back to Pine Richland, that league they play gets them ready for everybody. You're going against NA, Butler, North Catholic.
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
my, you're going against
6 losses and they're in the state championship.
Yeah, you get ready for that.
Yes, sir.
And Pine Richland, we did the NA game, and then Pine Richland came right back and spanked them.
I'll be honest, I wasn't shocked.
Yeah. And the only thing I would say about NA, look out, they're young. They're all
Very
back
young,
for
very young.
next year. A WPL field hockey 3A championship, Pine Richland 2, North Allegheny 0. It's the 7th straight championship for Pine Richland and 9th overall for the Lady Rams and coach Donna Stevenson. But once again, they move into the PIAAs and they were eliminated right away.
We talk about every year.
The difference is graphic.
Yeah, people who know a lot about that sport will tell you that the eastern part of the state is way ahead.
Way ahead.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to our stories of the week. The NFL, the Steelers made a trip out to the West Coast, and they ran into some smog out there. The Chargers stomped them 25-10. The score doesn't even indicate the dominance of the Chargers. The Steelers scored 1 late touchdown, a cosmetic score, to make it 25-3. The Chargers defense held the Steelers to 221 yards. Aaron Rodgers, I don't know about all his games in Green Bay. This had to be the worst game of his career. He took some the one time he got hit by 3 guys that fell on him. There's about 1,000 pounds on him. I didn't think he was going to get up, but he was hassled, hurried. There's no vertical passing threat for the Steelers. Teams would be more than happy chuck and duck it to your tight ends all game long. Just then the running game is is hit and miss. One game they may have 100 yards. The next game they may have 40 yards. So the Chargers put up 335 yards of offense. Herbert threw for 220. But Rodgers just looked terrible, and the offensive line looked terrible.
Well, they go hand in hand because he can't move.
Right.
And, so if they don't get great protection, and that's coming off a great win against Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Because we're not on every week.
Exactly.
It's the NFL. It's crazy.
Listen to this. The other day, someone was telling me about how bad Pittsburgh is. And I said, who are the top teams in the AFC? He goes, Colts, New England.
Beat them.
I'll leave it at that.
That's what I'm saying.
Figure it out. You figure it out, Ed.
Right. But here's the thing that's really the glaring mark against the Steelers. That it's their offense. Their last two games, 446 total yards. I don't care how good, and their defense is average at best. You have to have every game where you have 5 or 6 turnovers with an offense.
Yeah, with that offense, you need the Bears 85 defense.
Without question, or the old steel curtain.
Oh yeah.
No longer there. So the Steelers 5.
It's hard to believe how they got 5 wins. I keep saying
that.
Because it easily could be the other way.
Because you watch them play, though, you're thinking, man, this team isn't very good.
Yeah. Derek May made that mistake through that interception.
But that's what they do.
That's what the same thing with the Jets.
That's what the Steelers do, though.
Yeah.
See, they do that well. When they win, they take the ball.
Did you see the Jets the other day? They passed for 50 yards.
Yeah. They don't even try to, though.
Oh, my God.
You understand? If you watch the Jets, it's 3rd and 7.
They run
it. They don't run a pass.
I'm going to get to that in a second. But the Steelers are now 5-4. They've lost 3 of their last 4 after this 4-1 start. Next up, they take on 3-6 Cincy. Pittsburgh sports gurus said Joe Flacco can't beat the Steelers twice in one season. Really? Did you guys know he can't do that? What did he throw for the last time?
Why do you
400 yards?
450.
I don't spend a second listening
told
to
you.
that.
Wait.
I know they don't know anything.
And the best group of wide receivers against a very average or below average secondary. Well, I heard Chris Collinsworth said the speed of the Steelers secondary. I'm wondering, what are you looking at? What speed are you talking about?
Don't listen to him either.
No, yeah.
There's a belief like nationally that defense is way better than it actually performs. I don't know if it's their name, so to speak, or what it is, but that D is.
No, you're right. And Collinsworth goes, and these are the Steelers. I mean, first to the defense. Yeah, the Steelers of 2025, not 1975.
Yeah, that's true. One guy's playing great, though, is Hayward. Hayward is playing tremendous. I just saw two ratings. He's number 1 in the NFL.
PFF.
And Hightower had a good
number
game,
1,
which he should. Hightower had a good game.
You notice who we ain't mentioning.
Yeah,
it's Watt.
I don't want to hear what he gets chipped. He gets double teamed. What? Yeah. What great players haven't had that happen to them?
I think they blocked Myles Garrett also. I'm pretty sure.
Well, here's another thing I'll say about that, Eddie. You brought it up. Usually I don't care about scheme. But they keep him on the left side the whole time.
Why
not bring him around?
There you go.
So they can't chip him.
Yeah.
There you go.
Why do you let him know where he's going to be?
Exactly.
It makes no sense.
Uh-huh.
All right, so next to the Steelers 5-4, they take on Cincy. Steelers favored by 5.5. The Ravens 4-5. Lamar's back. They've won 3 straight. So is their defense. It's back. The last 3 games given up on.
They're playing much better defensively.
15 points a game.
Yep.
And then Cincy 3-6. The Browns 2-7 after that loss to the Jets. Here's what they ought to do with the Browns. Get rid of all 53 players. Start all over again.
You know who's coming back, don't you?
Yeah.
Watson.
No.
Watson's practicing
Oh,
again. He's practicing.
They had to fire the general manager, the president for that trade.
Yeah.
Start all over again. They've gone 5-21 the last 2 years. How could it hurt to overhaul this roster?
Go back to when they came back in after the Ravens left. They have had one team that was deep. Remember, they came into Pittsburgh that year and upset them.
With Baker.
But other than that, they have been awful. And it's owners. I think he brought Watson in, to tell you the truth, which started this malaise.
It started everything.
They're going to stick with him. They deserve everything they get.
Remember, he's practicing again. It's hard to believe.
Hey, around the NFL, the Colts 31, the Falcons 25 in overtime. Indy rushes for 323 yards. Jonathan Taylor, 244. The Colts put up 516 yards. And I'm going to say this, in a 27-20 loss to the Steelers, they abandoned the running game right away and went to put it all on Jones, throwing the ball out of the up against his own end zone. And I'm trying to think, What? Why would you abandon?
I thought the Steelers bought them up. That's why they weren't
Right,
getting
well,
it. He wasn't
but
getting
you don't give up because they ball them up in the first
But
quarter
Eddie,
in
that's
a
you.
couple plays.
Eddie, that's you.
Yeah.
If there's any doubt in my mind, Eddie
Run the ball.
run that ball.
That 28.
You got a guy like him.
Oh, he's
But they stopped them that day. I watched it.
Well, when you say you stopped, they did in the first
average
quarter.
2 yards a carry.
But what I'm saying, after that, they quit giving him the ball. They only gave him the ball 14 times.
Once again, me watching it, I wouldn't have gave it to him either because every time they handed the ball, they were in the backfield taking them out.
Yeah, Jones looked like the Jones that played for the Giants. He had a bad game. That's going to happen.
Yes.
It's going to happen. How about Carolina? They beat Green Bay. What was it? 13-12. Held them without a touchdown. They go home. The momentum's. Here come the Saints, 1-8, and they lose 17-7 to the Saints.
We've been on this show for a long time, George.
20 years. If you watch NBA, if you watch NFL,
Yeah.
Al says to you, don't go by last week. Now,
Please
if you go by last week, you're going to be working the second job because it means that game had Carolina written all over it.
Absolutely.
And after about 10 minutes, I'm thinking, that Chuck's not too bad.
Not for long. That's what it stands for.
Not for long.
Miami 30, Buffalo 13.
There's another one.
The Dolphins
geez.
rushed for 197. Let me say this about the Bills. They're a pretender. They're not a contender. Their defense is stunk. It's one of the worst teams in the last 4 or 5 years against the rush. That's why they don't make it to the Super Bowl. That's a one-trick pony with Josh Allen. If you took Allen away, how many games would this team win? Four,
3
5
and 14
at the most?
Hey, that Ashan, give him his props.
He can
Yeah.
run
That boy can run.
fast.
Yes.
Fast.
Philly 10, Green Bay 7. How about this? Green Bay comes into Pittsburgh. They torch the Steelers, 35 points. Love looked tremendous through, 3 touchdown pass. He hasn't thrown a touchdown pass in the last 2 games. They've only scored 19 points.
George, what's that stat? Green Bay has like
3 losses, Eddie. 39 total points scored.
They don't score.
You can't win with 13. Now, in the old league, Purple People Eaters still, you could win with 13. You can't win today with 13.
Yeah, I mean the kid has talent, but he had to make better decisions than he made against the Eagles.
No, how about Rodgers? He ran back into the end zone.
That defense, Green Bay's defense is good enough. To
Although
get
they picked up Parsons, that's what I picked him up for, to make him good.
And he gets in there.
Yeah, he's always in there.
Let's go to NFL power ranks. Number 1. Who knows how long they'll last?
No.
It's Seattle 7-2. They're at the Rams. The Rams favored by 2.5. Number 2, I have the Rams. Number 3, New England. They have the Jets at home. The Pats favored by 10.5.
Thursday night. That's
Thursday night. The Eagles 7-2. They play the Lions. Philly by 1.5. That'll be an interesting
It's a good game.
Where's that game? At the Lions.
At Philadelphia.
At Philadelphia.
I'll take them outside.
Colts 8-2. They have a bye. Denver 8-2. They're home against Kansas City.
There's
which
a team
the
squeaking out
Chiefs
wins.
favored by 3.
Denver is squeaking
Yeah.
wins out.
They're squeaking them out, but they're winning.
Man, amazing.
Yeah.
Their defense is good and their offense stinks.
Knicks. My goodness.
George called out a long time.
Yeah,
I didn't know
didn't
you
surprise me here that if the Chiefs pound them. Wouldn't surprise me at all.
Me neither.
But Denver already beat them once, right?
Yes.
Okay. Detroit at Philly. They're number 7. The Chargers, I have number 8. They're at the Jags. The Jags blew that game to Houston.
4 touchdowns, fourth quarter.
Yeah. LA by 1.5. Green Bay 5-3-1. They're at the Giants. Packed by 7. And number 10, I have Chicago 6-3. They're at Minnesota. Minnesota by 2.5.
Yeah, Chicago's coming on. I don't know how good they really are.
Yeah.
But they're winning games.
Yeah, that quarterback from Southern Cal,
Williams, yeah.
he's getting it done all of a sudden.
Made a nice run there.
And I think this new coach, he's new.
They believe
Came from Detroit.
Yeah, exactly.
Came from Detroit.
Exactly. And then he's calling the plays. Did you see that the other day? He put 50 on her.
Yeah, I wonder what he told the offensive coordinator. He says, "You're not calling the plays anymore."
I know, and you can call it anything you want. It is what it is.
Yes.
Where's a team with offensive power?
Detroit.
Oh, my God. Do they have it?
Gibbs can go. Jeez.
Hey, let's go to college football. Number 2, Indiana 27, Penn State 24. Indiana looking
Didn't you know it was going to happen?
in the face of their first loss of the season.
Yeah.
The Hoosiers stunned the Nittany Lions like out of the movie. The Hoosiers
It was.
on a TD pass from quarterback. I love this kid, Fernando Mendoza, to wide receiver Owen Cooper Jr. with 36 seconds left. in the game. The leaping Cooper
Amazing.
grabs this high pass. I thought it was over his
It
head.
looked like
He
Montana.
didn't get one foot
Got
in.
them both
He
in.
got both in.
Who was the big Montana? Who did he
Clark.
throw? Clark.
Yeah,
That's
Clark.
But Mendoza was really adequate at best the whole game, but when he had to come through,
Yeah.
He did. He made that
No,
18-yard
no timeouts left. He came through.
To me, this was, before this, the greatest catch in college football was Doug Flutie to Gerard Phelan.
I still take that
to
one.
beat Miami 47-45,
Yeah.
stunned Jimmy John. I'm putting this one ahead of
Well,
it.
it was
This,
a great
this I
play.
think, is the greatest catch
It
of
was a
all
great
time
play.
in
It was awful
college
good.
football.
It was awful good.
All he had, all that defensive back, you think, a push, and he's out of
And
the
the ends out of bounds.
and he's out. All right, Indiana 10-0, Penn State 3-6, and a 6-game losing streak. Next up for Penn State, they're at Michigan State, and they're favored by 7.
How about Penn State 6-game losing
Losing
streak?
streak.
Never. I can't remember a time it ever
Hey,
happened.
they're not done yet. They're not done yet. They have Nebraska later on, and I don't see it. I think too. Someone asked me yesterday, will they go to a bowl 6-6? I said no.
No, they won't.
They're going to get a new coach
Yeah.
ASAP, so they don't lose the recruiting, and I don't think they'll go
They
to a
will
bowl
not.
6-6.
Hey, for the first time since 2005, game day will be at Pitt for their Saturday's game against Notre Dame, noon kickoff. This first time a Saturday game with Pitt and both teams in the top 25. The last time that happened was with Notre Dame. Notre Dame 7-2, number 9, 7 straight wins. Pitt 7-2, number 23, 5 straight wins. Notre Dame favored by 10. So you have the Pitt passing quarterback Mason Heinzel, great outstanding receiving in Kenny Johnson, and also using Desmond Reed, who was hurt. And then Notre Dame's rushing attack tandem of Jeremiah Love and Jadarian Price. They've combined for over 1,600 yards and 22 touchdowns.
That Love is
But
bad,
here's
man.
the stat that everyone's leaving out. Notre Dame leads the nation in interceptions.
I know what. Then they lead in powerful run. I mean,
Yeah,
that
Jesus,
dude.
Love great.
Both guys run.
Price is good too, but Love is
And
great.
I like Love.
But I'll tell you, Pitt's defense is really underrated.
Yes.
Really underrated defensively.
But
They
both
get-
guys
they get-
run a
They get
4-4.
after you. Oh, the other
No,
different.
they're not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Norduzzi
size, and
says
they're
the
big.
game doesn't matter.
I think Narduzzi's one of the coaches for up 10 top coaches of the year this year.
Yeah,
What he's done with that team? Yes.
Now, what do you think about this game? It's game day. Narduzzi said, as long as we win the last 2 versus Georgia Tech and Miami, I wouldn't care if we lost by 100 points to Notre
That's
Dame.
one of the stupidest things I've ever
And-
heard.
well, why would you say that? It's a big game.
It
He
is.
knows it's a
huge game.
every time it's either Penn State or Notre Dame. It's a toss-up
Don't
for
say
West
that.
Virginia.
Bring
I
it-
mean, for a big game in
Yeah, you
Pittsburgh.
bring the recruits in. This is what you live for. Not to mention, this McAfee's. They bring in that game day in there.
You want your players to hear that?
Oh no, but he's not telling them that.
No,
He's
not
telling them. He's telling the stupid
Right.
media that.
Right.
Believe me, in that huddle and in that locker room, we're going to pull a surprise.
Yeah.
Saturday at noon, they're going to realize who they're playing. I guarantee it.
I don't think it's a major surprise either. It's not like it's one of those major upsets.
10 points at home. It's not.
The kid doesn't get any recognition. It's Notre Dame quarterback C.J. Carr.
He's a good player.
He's very solid.
Their passing game's not great, though. Their running game's great.
Their passing game is average.
Yes.
Milwaukee is a big receiver, 6'4".
Big kid.
He's a big kid. Hey, Brian Kelly's $54 million buyout. He wants it all, every single penny. LSU offering him a deal, $25 million, $30 million. Hey, LSU, pay for your stupid mistake.
Yeah.
You gave that
You
buyout.
signed it.
You signed it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I hope.
Boy, I'm not a Kelly
I'm not
fan.
a Kelly fan.
I'm the same.
But LSU has done what a lot of stupid Penn State, closing 7 campuses, but they have to give Franklin
Right is
$49
right.
million.
Right. If it's in writing,
Yeah.
Well, see, they're saying just cause. Once again, trying to make some up. Did they win what they liked? No, but that's not just cause.
That's not just cause.
Just
There you
cause
go.
is something off the field or
Right.
something to cause embarrassment. He did not do that.
All right, here's a shocker to me. Edinburgh 38, Slippery Rock 8. The Fighting
How about the
Scots,
score?
they
No.
rushed for 300 yards. Slippery Rock 6-3, now 3-3. They forget about playoffs. Next up, they have, I think, Bloomsburg. Wide receiver John Sabo caught 6 passes for 126 yards, but their defense this year has not been very good.
I thought they were going to be better. I will say this, and that's the same thing I think about the Steelers. Expectations brings. Remember, they're 6-3.
Yeah.
It's not like they're 2-8, but the expectations of Slip Rock were way up
The
here.
last 5
Yeah.
to 7 years,
Yeah,
yes.
6-3 doesn't look
But
good.
this is a big spanking.
Yeah, 38.
They haven't lost like this since they
No.
lost in the
No, it's one thing to
semifinal
lose.
game
No,
years ago.
No, it's one thing to lose by a tutty. It's another to go up there and get embarrassed. That's embarrassing. I guarantee they were embarrassed.
Hey, Grove City's 6-2, 5-1, 28. Case Western 14. How about their defensive player, Caleb Baker? He led the defense with 15 tackles, 2 sacks, and an interception.
Their defense is so good.
And their best
They're-
defenders hurt for the year.
Bader's
Hey,
out,
Ed,
yes.
they're alive for an at-large with that record. Very much alive.
Uh-huh.
At Westminster 76, Hiram nothing.
He was.
Wow.
They need a couple of those points against a good
They
team.
should have
Yeah.
saved 20 of those.
Hey, look, now West Virginia 29, Colorado 22, second straight win for the Mountaineers. They're now 4-6 on the season.
Starting to buy into what Rich Rod wants. I think he's a really good coach. And the other side of it, Dion's not being heard much, is he?
Haven't heard a word from Prime.
Hey guys, just when you thought it was all over, the dust settled, more gambling scandals emerged, this time in baseball. Cleveland pitchers Emmanuel Clase and former Pirate reliever Luis Ortiz indicted for allegedly rigging pitches in a major league betting scheme. This is after the NBA betting scandal. I think this is just the tip of the betting iceberg. It's not over yet. Look out NFL, hockey, and college football. How about the misguided NCAA 2 weeks ago decided to allow student athletes and athletic department officials to gamble on professional sports?
Yeah.
It's a runaway freight train.
Yeah, and those Classe, what he was doing, it was kind of, I mean, he's going to prison. It looks bad now. He was just throwing, they were betting under a mile per hour, and he was throwing in a little slower on purpose. He didn't even have to do anything.
Here again, like we talked about the salaries, the average salary in the NBA
He made
is
24 million.
$12.7 million. These guys are making millions. He did this for $28,000
For his buddies.
For his buddies, all for his buddies.
All for his
Okay.
buddies.
They have put
All right.
already come out though. $200 limit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They're thinking about no unders.
$200 limit.
Hey, but yeah, that's it.
That's it for us. What I want to talk about, what's going extinct in college football and the NFL? The punter. We'll talk about that in our next show. We'll see you then.
Great customer care isn't a bonus, it's the backbone. At Armstrong, we believe fast internet is only as good as the people behind it. We continually invest in our network to take care of our customers and keep them connected. Armstrong support is free, local, and always available. Fiber fast internet reinforced by friendly first service. We're proud of our reputation for customer care, and we earn it every day. Internet you can count on, the people you trust. That's Armstrong.